That's one of my goals. My life is full of too many compromises to this point. That's one of the reasons I'm frustrated and unsuccessful, is I've compromised too much. So no more no. You compromise when appropriate. Just don't want it to be appropriate. All right, so how's my placement? We'll find out. I just let it keep rolling. If it was horribly recorded, I apologize. I'm learning, and you're learning. So here we go. I'm going to just try it right there. I can see it in my selfie. Now, I'm looking at my old iPhone. Now, here's the other thing. I started shooting in 4K, and man, I just filled up my phone really fast with that last batch, and it caused me all kinds of problems. I couldn't even fit it on my flash drive. I had to do it in 2 batches. Tried to upload it and had a problem, and it crashed. And, and if that wasn't bad enough, my backup, I lost every single video in Shaolin Chi Manis. 200 videos or something, all these videos and promos and graphics and everything. For some reason, the entire folder just disappeared. I did a search in my backup hard drive for it, wouldn't come up. It was like, it disappeared. And that's my backup of the backup. So I'm right now backing up 2 terabytes. I had 2 terabytes of videos, Shaolin Kung Fu, the ones that you'll see at shaolininteractive.com, my main videos and all the other stuff. But 2 terabytes, and I'm back. It's going to take 23 hours to do that. So my computer's all locked up. I can't even download from my phone to the hard drive. But I think I was doing too many things. I was copying, and then I tried to do, and I was working on the website, and I think I caused his computer, it was given to me by Oscar, who inspired this whole thing. Anyway, sorry, I digress. It's been 5 minutes already, and I haven't even started. Sheesh, I wanted to get these things in like 6 minutes, real fastly, if that's even possible. Here we go. This is number 12 of the Tao of Taoism, this book over my shoulder here that I wrote. It's based on the Tao Te Ching or Te King, however you want to translate it, Tao Te Ching, by Lao Tzu. So I've just merely made my version of it, and then this book is about how to integrate it into your life. So that's what it is. I'm on number 12. Lao Tzu says, appearance, tastes, and desires can mislead our efforts from what we really want to what we momentarily need. That's pretty straightforward and logical, but got to remember, we're doing this all day long, so let's think about this for a second. Appearance, tastes, and desires, so things that look good and taste good and that we desire. Yeah, pretty much covers everything. Sex, food, a movie, entertainment, whatever. So appearance, tastes, and desires, even drugs, can mislead our efforts from what we really want to what we momentarily need. In fact, I would even reverse the words. If I was to rewrite this again, I would say, can mislead our efforts from what we really need to what we momentarily want. See? But what we momentarily want, we think we need. And that's where we get confused, and that's where all people get confused, is that we take our desires seriously, which of course you should. You get a desire to breathe air, you should take that seriously and try to breathe some more air. but maybe eating another dessert or that ice cream or the snack before dinner that you don't need, maybe a lot of those desires and wants, maybe you think you want them and you can convince yourself you need them, but do you? Would you be better off without them? Like not eating that snack before dinner, so you eat a better dinner. You're hungry for dinner. Buddhism has lessons on this too. So anyway, let me read it one more time and then we'll go through. Appearance, tastes, and desires can mislead our efforts. Not just mislead us, but our efforts. So that's an interesting point. Let's broaden that out to the extent that we're talking about the way we live our life, like the way you work at your job. Okay, like let's say that ice cream, you're hungry for that ice cream. Now, if you're only doing your job and you're thinking about that ice cream and how you're going to get there and you're going to drive over to the place and you're going to da-da-da-da in your lunch break, then you're not doing your current efforts are going to be distracted. Like I keep complaining to my students sometimes, I'm teaching the class and I'll be thinking about something else and once in a while I'll get a little distracted. I'll probably I was thinking about something else. But no, in other words, you can be misled by your desires, especially your desires, because they really consume your mind. So they could be messing with your entire day and the way you're being with someone else, like the fact that you might want to be with someone else, but you're with someone else for a while. You got to work with this person, but you're really looking forward to working with the other person. Well, if you're thinking about the other person, when you're with this person, it's going to pollute your ability. You know what I get. You get what I'm saying, right? Okay, here we go. So now this is confusing. What I've done here is I've listed 3 columns. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I got these 3 columns going down. Okay, I don't know how to do that. But anyway, and now the one to the left says ambitions/goals. And then you've got 5 lines. You're supposed to write 5 different ambitions and goals that you have. Okay, like me, I could say, finishing this series of videos for Instagram. But to me, that's not enough. I've also got to post them, and so I've got to post them. And then another ambition or goal is to maybe post them. I mean, I'm really breaking it down too much, but we can put all these into one goal. But still, these are all little goals. If you get one big goal has all these little goals to it. So that's one thing you got to learn about planning is you can say, oh, I want a car. But that means you got to get the money. You got to figure out where you're going to park it. You got to figure out where you're going to buy it. You got to know whether you should know maybe insurance before you get it, because when you buy it, you should plan out a lot of stuff, and then you go buy your car. So. Ambitions and goals, so 5 ambitions. So even continuing, like I said, for me to do this right, just to finish them and post them regularly and post them well, because I should probably, actually this isn't like Facebook and YouTube where you put descriptions and stuff. It's a lot more work. This is kind of like willy-nilly a little bit. But I don't know, I'd like to be professional. I could put some tags on the front of this or something. I'm just doing it kind of willy-nilly like an amateur and uploading them the way they are. I'm hardly even trimming them on the ends. In the beginning, it's just where they are. You can see me pushing the buttons. So anyway, and then and 5 is maybe following through on the comments and marketing. So even just, I could make 5 ambitions and goals just out of this one project, but that's, like I said, this is really one goal with a bunch of steps. Okay, now the next column says reason for wanting. Obviously, the ambitions and goals in the next column. So if I was to backtrack on myself, what's my reason for wanting to finish these? Well, one of the reasons I want to finish these is I'm testing them and getting all this out of my system so I can record the actual audiobook that I want to sell to you. You can buy the audiobook when I'm done with this. So this, anyway, okay, that's one reason I want to do it, but I'm also doing it, like I said, for rehearsal. Okay, and then why would I want to upload them regularly? Well, and consistently? Well, because from what I know, I've been going on YouTube. You can see my bump on the head. I got it the other day, just a few days ago. It looks worse than it did the day I got it. And anyway, I want to upload them regularly because maybe there's a chance that Instagram will finally start to promote me. I mean, I've been on Instagram for 5 years, and I've only got I don't know, how many followers? Less than 100. I don't think I've ever gotten over 100. I don't think. Close. But anyway, but on any of my webs, I've got a whole bunch of YouTube channels. Just never had more than 100, so I'm a nobody. But anyway, reason for wanting to upload them regular so I can not be a nobody. Maybe Instagram will start to show me in the front end, and people go, oh, look at that weird guy in front of that purple background. I'll try to keep the background consistent marketing, okay? So when you see it, you'll see the purple background. You'll be able to pick me out easier. And let's see, what's another reason for wanting to do them good? Well, so people will like them. And watch it all the way to the end of the video and maybe learn something. It's been 12 minutes and I'm just getting started here. I'm going to have to break this down in a second. Let me finish this columns and then we'll see if we can finish the rest of the page in the next video. So, and what would be the reason for me wanting to do, okay, and doing a good job. Okay, so you can see that there's a reason for each of those goals. And I just told you mine. So think of your goals and your reasons. Remember, this isn't about me. This is supposed to be about you. Okay, now the last third column says the appearance and destination. Let's try plugging it into my thing, and you plug it into your thing later. Okay, so the first ambition was to finish all these videos. Okay, there might be about 80 of them. I don't know. Well, there's 80. Well, I've only got 40 in this book. I've only got about 40 of the wisdoms, what we're going to call them. Half of them are in this book. So, but we're not going to, maybe more than 40, it might be 80 to do all 40 of these if I start splitting them in half like I'm going to do right now. Okay, so anyway, why do I want to finish them is because I wanted to perhaps become more famous. Become more popular on Instagram. And what's the appearance destination? Well, the appearance and destination is vertical format. Say I got an appearance thing I can actually state. And the destination will be Instagram, actually IGTV, because these are longer than a minute and a half. So you see, there's another little thing. So I got to have an IGTV account. See, so plug all that in. The next thing was I wanted to do them good or something like that, so that obviously I'll get a better ranking. Anyway, you can see how that works. All right, let me stop this and we'll continue number 12 in the next video because it's been 13 minutes already.